sure easy to understand. Some pretty big news has dropped regarding Insomniac Games and Sony Entertainment. About 10 minutes ago, I was going through my Twitter feed, my Facebook, whatever, and 10 minutes ago, a statement went out by PlayStation that I'll get the tweet out right now for you guys, so I can get the official times, because this is gonna be big. Okay, so 19 minutes ago. So I saw this when it first came out, but it's been 19 minutes now. Big news that Insomniac Games is joining PlayStation's worldwide studios. We are honored and thrilled to join forces with this legendary developer. Please join us in congratulating our friends and partners at Insomniac. And then I'll read another article from here from IGN. Sony has officially acquired Insomniac Games, developer of Marvel's Spider-Man and Ratchet & Clank and more. Now, you're probably pretty excited to hear this news. Now, what does this mean for Ratchet and Clank? I don't know what's going to be up for Ratchet and Clank, to be honest. I know they just had a game come out, like their new one that came out in correlation with the movie. I know that Into the Nexus was their second most recent game, but that was out for PS3. But the one in most recent memory is the new one, the new Ratchet & Clank that came out for the movie. So I don't know what they can do for that in regards to characters, storyline. I don't know. The thing I'm more interested about is the Spider-Man portion of it, because Sony already owns. Like, I know Sony already owns most of the Spider-Man villains. I know they have their rights shared with Marvel right now, so they can do the MCU with their Spider-Man and whatnot. But before all this, before the whole MCU and Spider-Man thing, the rights for Spider-Man was to Sony. Now, I seen earlier on in the month that if Spider-Man Far From Home didn't make $1 billion, the rights for Spider-Man would go back to Sony and not stay on Marvel. But Spider-Man Far From Home did make over $1 billion, but I didn't see that. It did. Sony and Marvel's deal with Spider-Man, now that Far From Home has made $1 billion. I don't know what's going on, but I know characters such as Venom, Silver Sable, I almost said Scarlet Witch, that was wrong. Kraven the Hunter, the Lizard, Green Goblin, all those villains are owned by Sony, but like most of the big name villains. So I don't know, for Spider-Man to PS4, where you had villains such as of course Fisk, Mr. Wilson Fisk, we had Electro, we had Scorpion. We had basically like the Sinister Six. Like we had Scorpion, Rhino, Vulture. We didn't have Mysterio. We had. So I'm gonna go through real quick. So 6. So we have Rhino, Vulture, Scorpion, Doctor Octopus, Rhino. We did have Mr. Negative, but yeah. We had a pretty good cast of villains for Spider-Man PS4, and now that Sony owns most of the Spider-Man villains, it'd be interesting because with Spider-Man 2 potentially coming out for like, because if you guys didn't play Spider-Man, this game right here I have in the background now. Spoiler alert for the story. I'm gonna give you guys about 5 seconds to step off the video. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so if you're still here, you're interested in knowing what my ideas are for Spider-Man 2. At the end of Spider-Man, this one, we had a glimpse of Norman Osborn, and keep in mind, we haven't had the Green Goblin in this version of Spider-Man yet. We didn't have Green Goblin within Spider-Man PS4, but at the end of Spider-Man PS4, we had Norman Osborn going into his secret lab that we not interrogate, but we stuck into as Mary Jane before. And she went in there, she's seen there's different spiders being developed with. And then in a chamber, like in a cryogenic chamber, Norman opens up at the end of Spider-Man. There's Harry Osborn, who is supposedly on a trip, but we never really discussed where and when the trip was. But then we realized that Harry's trip wasn't really a trip. I mean, it kind of is, but he's in cryogenic stasis, and a green liquid type vat. I don't want to say vat, but like a green liquid goo type state. And there's black stuff all around it. And the reason why you know this is Harry is that Norman says there wasn't a whole lot I can do. I tried to help you. I'm sorry, son. So then we know now that Harry is the Venom. Sorry, and then you see the black web hold up like a hand up to the glass, confirming that that is indeed Venom, and that Harry Osborn could come back as Venom in Spider-Man 2. Now, this has become more plausible because of the fact now that Sony does own Insomniac games. But I don't know what's going right to Spider-Man and its villains. I know for sure they own Venom. Sony does own Venom because they had the movie come out last year, Venom, with Tom Hardy and all them. But I don't know, it'd be great to see Kraven the Hunter appear in Spider-Man 2. Venom would be great, considering that we do have a bit of a tease for him at the end of this one. I would love to see more of the Black Cat. I know she was in this game, but she was kind of more of a side character. We did have Hammerhead in this. I want to see more of like Rhino and Scorpion and Dr. Octopus. I would see Dr. Octopus break out and become free, because we did see him kind of yeah. Sorry guys, we did see him get rid of his tentacles and stuff at the end of the game. Still spoilers coming ahead, but yeah, at the end of Spider-Man, like this one right here, Spider-Man PS4, we did get to see Peter did defeat Dr. Octopus in a very emotional state, but we did see there that the Norman Oz that the God dang it, Dr. Octopus, Dr. Octavius, I got characters going through my brain now. He did lose his tentacles at the end of the game, and he's held in, I guess what it would be, raft. I don't know if it is indeed raft, but it's a high penitentiary prison, so I'm gonna assume it's raft. And he's not too pleased. So I would say probably in Spider-Man 2 that this is my synopsis for it right now. Just not good. Possibly have Venom be introduced. Probably possibly a few new hero villains like Kraven the Hunter or the Lizard or the Green Goblin as Norman Osborn maybe. And kind of break Dr. Octavius out of the prison that he's in and say, hey, we got your equipment for you. It's from an old friend. I hope you like it. And it's his 8 mechanical arms. Like, that would be pretty cool. Not saying that's how it would go down. That's how I say I would have it go down. But yeah, I don't know. The possibilities for this, I don't know how much of it is in this. Like I did say, I don't know what's going on with the rights given by Sony and their villains and Spider-Man with the MCU. They could make it in association with Marvel, but you know, I'm not talking sure. I don't know how any of that works. I don't want to step in the boundaries, so I don't know. So yeah, Insomniac Games is now owned by Sony. Sony now does own rights to Spider-Man, PS4, the Ratchet & Clank franchise, and many more. There of course is going to be probably some new stuff coming out besides Spider-Man and then Ratchet & Clank games from Insomniac and this Sony deal that just happened. If you guys want to know, if you guys want to let me know what you guys think, then leave it down in the comments down below. And but yeah, crazy news today. I just want to get this video out there. hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys later.